Hello, this is Lego set 21325, the Medieval Blacksmith, the Lego Ideas Medieval Blacksmith, I should say. It has 2,164 pieces and is rated for 18 plus. Now, this set comes with 4 minifigures, a dog, a horse, the little carriage there, and the blacksmith itself, with of course extra pieces and that, the usual stuff. And first, we will start with the minifigures. So, just standard dog. And then we have this person who is an archer, obviously. And there's a little target on the back of the tree, but we'll show that a little bit later. She does have a second face for when she's aiming. We have the blacksmither dude himself, and he has a little hammer, of course, and a second face. Next, we have 2 knights, one of which is this slightly older gentleman with a sword and shield. And he has the extra gray hairpiece and no second face. Now, this is the other knight who has a halberd and has this extra hairpiece and no second face. Lastly is the horse, which, like most Lego horses, you can take that center part out and connect it to the carriage itself. So next we will quickly go over the carriage. It's a nice little build for the knights to arrive to pick up some weapons. There's a little bag in there, a shield on the side, and a lantern on this side, and a spot to connect it to the horse. If I can do it with one hand, that would be nice. Yeah. So now, your knights can sit up there and ride around on their carriage. Next, we'll come over to the extra pieces, of which there are plenty with sets like this. And, of course, a brick separator. And then there is this, of course, which every good set needs, an instruction manual. Unless it is a custom set, of course. Now, move everything aside for the main build itself, the blacksmith, which has, a nice chimney there. And we'll start from the top down because it's going to be easiest to do it like that. So there are some nice outer details around this top section. And I really love the technique that you use to build this edging right there. And then there is this little window. On this side you can see that there is a patch. Ignore that little cut because there is some people entering and leaving. But there is some patches that are weathered where some of the shingles have fallen off to kind of show age. And yeah, so to get into the interior of this upper room, you just take the roof off, and yeah, I think you can still take the roof off on the other side, but I'm not gonna risk it because I don't want to break anything. In the upper floor, there is a bear rug, a nicely detailed bed, which I really like the design of. A little chest with a compass in there, you can't really see it, and a backpack. And then you can see it right there, there's a little writing desk and a candle. And then there's a little fireplace in there, which is kind of tough to see. But there's plenty of room, like you can kind of get your whole hands in there to move people around and stuff. You can even kind of place people back there. It's pretty easy to get to everything. So we're going to go ahead and put that on upside down. Put the roof back on the building and take the top off, which has, you know, the whole roof section, and we will set it back here by that light. Next, we have kind of like a living room, well, more of a kitchen, I guess. I believe that is for churning butter. There's like a little soup or stew cooking in the on the little stove there next to the fire, if you can see it. There's a nice little cupboard with some carrots that are currently being chopped. And then there's some dinner on the dinner table with 2 seats, of course, for the blacksmith dude and the archer. And we'll move this around so that you can see the other windows. And there is a barrel behind the stairwell, which totally has root beer in it. And there's also another little window there. And also on this floor, have a little door, which is entirely brick built, that can open. And if you come outside, also on this level, you have the this little frame, wooden frame here, which kind of holds up part of the top part of the house there, just like that. And it also, I forgot to mention this, but on the outside there's some nice detailing that goes all the way around the outside of the building. And then there's just this little sign connected to the roof there. Take this section off, set it off to the side, and now we are on the bottom floor, which is the actual blacksmith shop itself, of course, with an anvil right there with some hot iron, I'm assuming, on there, or steel. A sharpening stone is what I believe that is. Some fuel for the fire, then possibly something in that little bin there in the corner. There is some nice armor right there and there, with some other tools and bars down there, and some tools hanging up on the wall. I'll turn this to see the rest of the inside there. There is again another little door right there and some windows. And right there is the kind of forge itself. If I can do that, you can light it up with a little thing on the outside that we'll get to shortly. Now I can come on the outside, start in the front. There's another anvil right there. A sword that is currently being created, and a couple of swords in a barrel. Now if you push this thing here, it will turn the light on. Okay, there's some people there. There's a little bone around the side. If you push this in, is what activates the lights. Then there's a little pumpkin patch along the side of the house with some nice windows. I really like this detailing that was put on the sides to give the siding stuff a little bit of texture around the sides. A couple little plants and stuff here, window, some more siding. And then on the back of this tree here, That target is what I was talking about. A very nice tree. I really like it. And then there's, of course, a little well there because you need to get water. And in there, if you can see it, there is a pile of wood sitting in there. And then some more plants around the sides. And back to the front, there's a nice little doorway there. And some steps up to the second floor. That about wraps up my review of the LEGO Ideas Medieval Blacksmith. And I would really recommend the set. It was a really fun build and didn't actually take too terribly long. But I mean, I did kind of just do it in chunks over a few days. And I think it was really fun. And I'd recommend it to just about anyone. So yeah, have a nice day.